Hi everyone. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to build an automated flow to get data from Matter-based IoT devices? Let me show you how easy it is with Matterflow. I'll create a flow that lets us extract, transform, and upload data to the cloud. We will extract the information from Matter-based devices and automatically model this data. Now let's get started. First, I'll create a blank flow in Matterflow. I need to extract data from Matter, so I will use a connection to a Matter controller that provides access to Matter data over a WebSocket. Alright, the connection is set up. Now, I'll build the flow. Every flow always has a starting node. The first node represents the input into the flow. In this case, it's listening on a WebSocket to a Matter controller. The last node is always the output node. This node provides integrations to upstream systems such as cloud storage platforms like AWS S3, Google Cloud Storage, Azure Storage Accounts, or indeed any upstream system such as AWS IoT Sitewise. The nodes in between help you build data models and, using these models, transform your data based on your needs. In this case, I'll set the input as a Matter attribute update, which will be sent into the flow anytime an attribute, such as a sensor measurement, changes in the Matter IoT environment. For the moment, I will test this flow using test data which I will upload into this node. Next, I'll instruct the flow to unflatten the upcoming JSON so that it is more accessible for modeling. I will do this by dragging out the unflatten attributes node. Now, we can do a quick check on our flow to see if the data is as we expected. I will click the test button and then click the curly braces on the unflattened node and inspect the output of the node using the data inspector at the bottom. Looks good. Next, I will create a simple data model. My model will have 3 fields: timestamp, node ID, and temperature. Next, I will create an instance to map my flow data into this data model. I will select the model and then use the Node Data Explorer to bring in the data from the unflattened attributes node. I will use James path expressions to extract elements from the JSON document, and when I am happy with the test results, I will drag the expression to map data fields. I will do this for all my fields. Next, I will drag out my modeling node, connect it, and select my modeling instance. I will do a quick check using the data inspector to see the output of the mapping node. We can see that our test data has been mapped correctly. Finally, I will drag out one of the cloud integrations write JSON to AWS S3. This node allows the flow to write the model data to the cloud. Other cloud integrations are supported. Let's connect and configure this node. First, let's set up the AWS access key and secret. We store this in global flow variables to avoid us having to set them in multiple places. We choose the bucket name and file name. Choose JSON format as the structure of the data. We can also choose CSV, but let's keep this as JSON data for now. Now, I'll test it with a test JSON file. Here's my JSON file. I'll upload it to the flow I just created. Now let's test. Now, just wait a moment and let's check AWS for the result. You can see the file has been created on S3. When we download it, we can see information here is 100% accurate and complete. The final step is to start the flow process so that it runs in the background and takes in live IoT data. The flow is now running. And that's it. You too can also build similar data flows and integrations. Thank you for watching.